Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone had a nice weekend so far. Um, I'm still having weird issues where I have to move really fast with this computer. Computer guy thinks it's something to do with my add-ons and that nobody's in my computer. So that was some good news. All right. Well, where is everybody this morning? This is odd. All right. Well, we had a wonderful fair yesterday up in Alaska, and it was a beautiful day. So we didn't have as near as many people as we thought we would, but it was absolutely gorgeous, and I wish I was out there enjoying it too. So I'm going to get to enjoy some of today, I think. So that's awesome. And next week, for anybody who is interested in going to the fair, we are having one in Sun Prairie. It's I'm not sure if it's a certain hall that it's at or anything, but it's at 301 Blankenheim Lane. Uh, so I think it's real close to Madison. So that'll be our next place to be if anybody wants to stop in and see me. Morning, Jade. Good morning, Dreamweaver. Good morning, Mama. Um, just want to show everybody this is sphalerite. It's like Sphelerite, I think. This one happens to be a nice little coated piece with different colors on it. Isn't that cool? I think we had this on the show another day too, but I thought it was nice that they like titanium coated it. Otherwise, it doesn't have that. Nor naturally doesn't glimmer those colors. Pretty cool though. Just had to share. So it's going to be one of the pieces on the table today. All right. Hope everyone utilized your stones and everything last week. And I have 3 decks out here today. And of course, we are going to be having a little chat with John again today. We'll see what he's got up his sleeve for today, some information for us. That'll be after our weekly forecast and our free reading that I do. And if anybody would like to purchase a reading, it'll be right after all of that. Good morning, Lisa. I seen, oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. Sarah yesterday. Sarah was asking if you were going to be up there at the fair, but I said she doesn't come and help me at the fairs. So, yeah. It was interesting there, first fair without Dave, but it was such a big auditorium. It was like a whole different atmosphere anyway. So, but like right about now, I'd be helping Dave bring his stuff in at the end. Right about now, I'd be helping Dave pack up and get stuff to his car. So it was a first, but I think it's going to really be different when we're in a more enclosed space, like at a hotel, one of those rooms, because then he's always right next to me. I'm sure he was there. He wouldn't miss it him. So, all right. So here we go. Today we are going to start with this card. This deck, rather. All right, Spirit. I'm sorry. For people who do not know me, my name is Jade. I'm the Violet Sage. I'm a Reiki Master Teacher, Psychic Medium, Healer. I do all kinds of modalities of items and things. I've been live on TV and radio. I'm a crafter, and I make many of my own healing items, jewelry, protective wear, things like that, for energy-wise. I do a lot of energy work and make my own tinctures and herbal remedies and things like that. So if you are interested or in need of anything, please feel free to contact me at the information you see scrolling through below. And you can also check out some of the things I have listed on my website at www.thevioletsage.co, not .com. All right. So here we go. Good morning, Colleen. All right, Spirit, what's best going to help everyone in their path in life? And you know, I swear, I turned this TV down 3 times. I mean, it's only on 3, and it's still loud. Hang on. It depends on the music. So I feel like I'm in competition. All right. All right, Spirit. What's best going to help me? Help me. What's best going to help everybody in their path in life for this week of September? I can't believe I'm saying September again. September 8th, 2024. All right. We got, that's a pretty picture. Ooh. We have horse, freedom. Your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls you. You have unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. You follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. So remember, we've been leading up to this. If you guys have been following and watching, it is to follow your dreams, is to start doing things for you, start getting into your own energy, start creating, start shedding what no longer serves you because it's blocking you. Look. So if you're doing that, this is the time that you are really going to start putting your free energy into motion towards what it is that you truly desire or would like to do or should be doing. So pay attention to where your energy and your consciousness leads you right now, because it's going to be leading you to some purposeful stuff and things that you love. I like that. Awesome. We have 3 cards out here today, 3 decks. And then it's a soul deck. All right, Spirit, what's best going to help everyone on their path in life? Their souls really need to know or do right now. And they're telling me again 2 cards. And it's because there's so many different people watching that, everyone's soul is not telling them the same thing. But the planetary lineups and the shifts and everything that we've been talking about does matter. And there is a consciousness that goes on that's very similar to each other. So this is where this comes from. All right, Spirit, what's best going to help everyone in their path in life? Let me pick 1 card first. We're going to pick 2 cards, but let me pick a card that helps everyone in their path in life. All right, and let's pick 1 more while we're at it. What's the second card going to be? What is best going to help? Whoa, that one just flipped right over. And be the one. All right. Yes. Actually, this is perfect with the theme. Perfect for the theme. Do I know all my strengths and am I using them? Very important key. Again, what are we supposed to be doing? Striving for what is going to make us better and happier. Because once you finally get there, that's when you have more energy and more focus to help other people. You must help yourself first, or what good is it going to be if you're just down and out, all beat up, used up, kicked to the side? Is anybody helping you when that happens? Think about that. All right. So the reverse side, these are the ones that you should screenshot. We all have superpowers, but it's up to us to uncover them. When we live and lead with our strengths, we are able to show up in our zone of genius. This inspires others to do the same. Today's soul action. Ask yourself, how can I use one of my soul's gifts today to contribute to this open and ready world? Boy, somebody got this card this weekend. That was pretty interesting. So how can you use your gifts? Can you open up the world is getting more and more ready because something's got to give, something's got to change. We are in need of really soulful things, not just topical things. That temporary joy is all it is, and then you're left empty. So you really need to find what makes your heart sing, what it is that you really truly need to do. Where do you need to be at right now? What is it that is calling you, calling your heart, calling your soul? All right, the next card. To whom am I comparing myself right now? Does that person have a lot of money? Boy, I wish I had the strength and courage to do what that person's doing. Those sort of things. And this morning I was talking about someone, and I was really proud of myself of how I was looking at it. And I'm like, yes, this friend of mine, she's really well off. And I can't think of a nicer person who's more deserving of having all that she has. So proud of her, so happy. I knew her when she didn't have anything. And like, it's so refreshing to see people who really deserve it to have it. So my heart was full, and it was for her. Not No jealousy or anything attached to that. And that is the way it should be. Because anytime you show any jealousy or anything towards what someone else has, you're telling the universe that you don't like that thing. And therefore, why should they try to make sure that does not show up in your life? So you got to really be happy for other people. You got to be happy for those who do have, and say, boy, that would really be great. What can I do to work on that, to bring that into my life right now? Show me. Ask the universe to show you. It's that simple. You don't have to have the anger and jealousy and things like that that are not helpful or conductive to your betterment. Okay, so this side again, it's good to take that screenshot. What are you able to see in another is only visible because it is within you, ready to be brought out. These two are going together. All right, I'm going to say, you can't make this shit up. Shine light on this feeling of not enough and see the truth. All that you need and want is within you. That's cool. Today's soul action. Today, stop comparing and start creating. And I was just telling you how to create that. Say, more artistic talent and droves of income is entering into my life now, and the income far outshines any debt that I owe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's a nice way of saying it, because you got to stick to the positives when you do that stuff. And maybe it's like, there's times I've had money coming in, but more money was going out than what's coming in. So sometimes it's good to say that my income far outshines any debt that I have. I'm an overabundance to have more than what I need to pay my obligations. So that's awesome. All right. Good morning, Kayla. Good morning, Tyler. We got the grandma. Oh, grandma, okay. Well, good morning, Tyler, if you're there listening anyway. Good morning, ma'am, ama. All right. Well, I'm not sure how we're really saying your name correctly. Mammy or ma'am. You have to make a donation at the information that's scrolling through on the bottom of your screen here for a reading. Or when we get to that portion of the show, you can take a chance and pick a number and see if you win that reading. And if you do make a donation, you have to tell me what app you use so I can check on that. All right. So one more card here. Thank you for tuning in. All right, Spirit. What's best going to help everyone in their path in life for this week of September 8th, 2024? What's going to best help everyone? Let me pick the proper card. What card needs to come out? There's one that's sticking up the whole time. All right, I'm going to pick two cards. One more card. What else? All right. Whew. All right, so the first card here is the cave. And the cave means that you're doing a lot of soul searching, needing to go within. Some people really need to do that shadow work. What is it in you that is deflecting your goodness and your happiness? What are you not doing? Maybe you don't feel brave enough to do it, but you must dig up the courage. What is the worst that can happen? Someone could say no. No big deal, right? And if it's like, do I move? There's always a soulmate in your path within 5 miles of you. And that's what Spirit has always said, to fulfill any destiny, to fill any purpose. So Do not fear that you'll ever be alone, because first of all, you are never alone. So I just want to put that out there for people who need that message. But doing some soul searching, really needing to know what your next move is going to be. This is now. For somebody, or maybe some of you, I think the thing you may be focusing on is something to do with something that happened in June. They're giving me the month of June. Um, so maybe it's time, maybe you've been contemplating moving or contemplating a new job or contemplating getting out of a relationship, something that's been stifling you or holding you back. Maybe it's planning like, well, I'm too afraid or to put out the money maybe for this thing that I really love to do. Maybe it's buying art supplies or something like that. But you have to go in and you have to do the work. But you need to follow your dream, and what is going to make you feel better about you and your life? What's going to better your situation? This is what you really need to focus on. And then we got the star card. And the star card means that, doing those prayers, doing that connecting, and doing anything that's going to uplift your energy. See all the geometrical shapes in there. Like if you have a necklace or something that you can wear that is in a triangular shape or pyramid shape, things like that, they enhance your energy and will enhance the energy of the stone to which you're wearing. So you could put pyramids in the center of any room or on your desk where you do work, where you maybe need more knowledge, more energy there, more focus. Use geometrical shapes. Connect with your guides, guardians, and angels, even the fairy spirits and nature spirits. They are here to help you and assist you, but they can't do anything if you don't give them permission. So it's time to give them permission to help you. They're all around. They're just waiting. Okay. Waiting. All right, let's pick a trinket. Hey, John, there's John. Hey, everyone, I look forward to teaching my astrology. Yay. Looking forward to it, too. All right. Okay, Spirit, what is the best trinket for me to pull for everyone for this week, especially for September 8th, the week of September 8th, 2024? Oh, my. Not sure how to amplify. I can't remember this was in there. All right, Spirit, I'll show you what it was in a minute. Help. I have Astro dice, John. I wonder if they can be of any help. All right, what is it? Okay. First thing I did, I pulled the dice. So, if anyone had a question on it, maybe a date that something may happen, I'll go ahead, and it could be a matter of days or weeks or whatever, the number that shows up from this dice. And it's number 6. So it's like the game of chance in your life. You have to take the chance. That's what I'm going to assume this dice will mean for you. So take a roll of the dice. Give yourself 6 days. Maybe by the 27th, things will come to formulation. So, or any decisions you may have made on the 6th. So, make that step forward. Give yourself 6 days for things to come through for you to be able to see the light. And by September 27th, the things that you've been waiting to move in your life are moving. That's awesome. I like that. All right, and then the next one is, this is a weight. This is a heavy weight. It gives you balance. So it's just like you need to gain your equilibrium, get some balance, work on focus and balance. Maybe your chakras need balancing, but there's some balance that's needed in your life, in your mind maybe. If you've been depressed for too long, you need to find a way to get out of it. I don't care if it's just sitting down, eating a bowl of ice cream and watching a happy movie, and get yourself resituated, refocused. You need a focus. So I think that was all really good messages here. So let's see what our stone is. Thank you, everyone. It would be really interesting. I can't wait. All right, the bowl of stones. All right, Spirit. What is best going to help everyone in their path of life? Help you pick out the proper stone to be best utilized this particular week. People to help their dreams come to life, to help them situate and focus. All right, I grabbed two stones. Both my hands wanted to dive in. This is what we got. Interesting. Oh, that's not going to work. I gotta put this bowl down. Okay. We got black tourmaline. Black tourmaline is a very protective stone. Um, it helps to block the negativity. It helps to keep you grounded when you need grounding. And it actually will repel negativity. So someone's throwing daggers at you, it turns around and sends it back to them. Nice, right? So a better thing to do and carry around with you is just, it's kind of like carrying a shield. But black tourmaline does need to be cleansed once in a while. So if you had it sitting around in your house for a while, it may have collected a lot of negative energy already. So you want to put that in some salt water and give it a cleaning and then utilize it again. Don't forget to give it a day of sunlight. If you get a full moon coming, that's even better yet. But definitely charge it in sunlight if anything else. And we will go ahead and ask Google. What are the metaphysical properties of black tourmaline? Grounding, healing, calming, cleansing. Let's see. What are the mystical properties of black tourmaline? And that is strong protective energies that shield individuals from negative influence and psychic attacks. It is often used as a grounding stone, helping to stabilize and balance the body's energy field. What does black tourmaline protect you from? It says negative energy, psychic attacks, and electromagnetic radiation. So I love this stone, and shungite are my favorites. The thing about shungite is it never needs cleansing. Black tourmaline does. What does black tourmaline do? What does tourmaline? Well, that's the regular tourmaline. It says who cannot wear black tourmaline? Those who feel overwhelmed by its grounding energy. There's only people who can't wear it. How do you activate? You don't need to activate. You just wear it. Smudge your black tourmaline with a sage stick for 20 seconds. I guess that's one of those quick and easy ways to clean it, especially if you need it like on the spot energy. You don't have a time for the full day of salt cleansing and sunlight. But when you do get a chance, you should definitely do that. Actually, you should do that with most all of your stones. Can never do that with selenite. It will disintegrate on you. What are the 5 properties? No tourmaline. All right, come on. Is there another black tourmaline thing on here? Black tourmaline promotes a sense of power and self-confidence. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Allowing for a clearer, more objective view of the world. And it's empowering to those who must... I'll wait for it to come up. All right. I'm not sure where that went. Ancient magicians relied upon... Stop it. Okay. No, we're not going to be able to do that. Too many pop-ups. Keep your energy at the highest possible frequency without letting those bad vibes get to you. Yes, this is it. The black tourmaline crystal is the energetic bodyguard you need to keep your energy at the highest possible frequency without letting those bad vibes get to you. That and my spray. The high frequency spray. Perfect for that. All right, the second stone I got was amethyst. Check out that amethyst. It's a pretty cool amethyst. Like it's got 2 faces. And I thought maybe at first it was ametrine, but it's not. It's amethyst. But ametrine is a totally terrific stone too. So we got amethyst here. So let's go ahead and tell you what the amethyst is for, which I know is spiritual endeavors, monetary endeavors as well. It helps get you into meditation so you can be calm and meditate. What are the metaphysical properties of amethyst? I really thought I was going to talk. Yeah, I ain't got my thing talking today. Let's see. For physical healing, it's believed to have physical healing properties, including relief from headaches, insomnia, and stress-related disorders. Whether you seek emotional healing, mental clarity, physical well-being, or spiritual enlightenment, amethyst stands ready to accompany you on your journey. This stone helps you to purify blood, thus reduces physical, emotional, and psychological pain or stress. Amethyst is useful for people suffering from diseases of the, let's see if it brings me to where we need to go. It has been sought after. Nope, stop it. And the most powerful. Amethyst is the most popular variety of quartz crystals that is considered the most powerful and protective stone. It is a semi-precious violet stone that is often used in jewelry for healing purposes. It has been sought after. Yep. Stimulate the mind and emotions. Meaning of amethyst. Okay. They are known to bring forth the purest aspirations of humankind. Amethyst derives its name from the Greek word amathos, which means not intoxicated. For centuries, it has been thought to be useful in the prevention of drunkenness and overindulgence, which is why ancient Greeks wore amethyst and carved out drinking vessels from it. Interesting. I love that. All right. Amethyst meaning differed throughout the ages. Okay. It's also used in ancient China as a powerful tool to clear negative energy and drive away the hazards of everyday life. I think I can go on and on about this, but you got the main idea. These two together are a nice powerhouse. I would definitely do that, especially during any transformations, needing to maybe ground and stabilize yourself, your emotions, get some sleep, things of that sort, and connect with the spiritual. Very good. Good morning, LP. Protection stone, yes. Very pretty. All right, so that's it for this today. So at this time, we are going to say for a free 3-card pull, you can get to pick a number from 1 through 20. Oh my goodness, I don't know what I did with that other dice I brought with me. I forgot to bring my game to this fair. I was so upset. I don't know where it went. I made a game so people can win items that were worth more than $10, so it was kind of cool. Anyway, you could pick a number. If you have a question, post your question with the number. One number only from 1 through 20. Go ahead and pick now. Okay. I'll clean this up. Music is not too loud today, I hope. Morning, Sue Jones and Stacy. Well, I've got lots of different numbers going here. Yay, yay, yay. All right. Get out my handy dandy dice. All right. Okay, Colleen changed hers from 8 to 15. Oh, watch. You'll probably be sorry you did that. Okay. Well, we never know. All right, Spirit. I'm going to count to 3 here, and I'm going to roll this dice. So 1 and a 2 and a 3. Oh, yeah. Please don't forget, after my general reading here for the weekly message, which is for everyone in case people did not know that. And if you missed it, please go back and watch it again. You might get the answers to what you've been looking for. Please give us those thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We need to really beat those odds out there, and all the algorithms. There's so many people doing this stuff, and we really need your support and appreciate it so much. Thank you. All right, here goes the roll. Number 1. Wow, I have not seen that number. I don't know if I've ever seen that come out. It's pretty cool. I like it. We got the 11 thing going on lately too a lot. So number 1. Number 1. Oh, forgot about that one. Number 1. Ooh, it's closest to number 1. I think that's Jade. Ooh, it is. Jade picked number 4. Nope, 3. No, LP was 4. Jade's number 3. You were so close, LP. I think bingo, yeah. General, okay. All right, Spirit. What does I need to know today? Okay, Spirit. For Jen and J.E. Help me pick the proper card that best helps her in her path in life. What does she need to know right now? What's best going to help her? Come on, pick it. Interesting. Now I know I've had bear energy at one time. You got the bear. It's so cute. Black bear, guardian, gentle and wise protector. Give me your confidence and power. Help me protect the ones I love. Awaken my intuition and guide me. Wow, I know that's perfect for you. That is so cool. So sometimes you know, the mama bear, you have to be that protective person that you need to be, and sometimes push the boundaries of the limits that you hold for yourself. But I do believe it's kind of like these here. They're not quite blue, but I kind of pick up the bluebird of happiness. It's like nature is backing you, and it's wanting you to succeed and be the best that you can be. So it is there for you. I like that. Love it. So call upon your guides, guardians, and angels. And if you can screenshot that too, put that up there one more time. That this is how you have to call it in. Nice things to be able to say. It's really good. I notice I when I pray, I mean, it comes to me naturally. I do things in rhyme, and I think when you rhyme, it's stronger for some reason. And you'll notice that anytime you ever watch those shows where even the Wiccan people do that, it's always like in rhyme. It's kind of cool. It's almost like the power of 3 or something. All right, Spirit. For J.E. Help me pick the proper card that best helps her in her path in life. What does she need to know? What does her soul need to know and do right now? What's best going to help her? Those she loves. Okay. And this is, you know, this comes from you. I get it. It's because your energy, you're just like so tired. It's exhausting. What you're going through, it's exhausting. Am I consistently showing up? All right. Some trade their dreams for comfort, yet comfort is the enemy of progress. Success requires showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it, and even when it feels uncomfortable. It takes guts and endless vision to stay consistent to your dream. Today's soul action. Journal where you can be more consistent in your life in alignment with your soulful goals. Then show up. Like this sensei, I'm just too tired. Screw it. I don't care if they get away with this, that, or the other thing. Nope, you can't do it because you have to keep pushing forward. It's the words they're giving me. It's like you're nearly there, nearly there. That's what I keep getting. Wow, you're almost there, almost there. Keep swimming, keep swimming. All right, one more card here for J.E. Is best going to help her in her path in life? What does she need to know? What does she need to do? Any helpful information would be appreciated. If you do what has been stated here, that peace, you will achieve what you're looking for. You'll receive that peace of mind that you so deserve. The peace is about you, and I think just definitely saying those prayers, staying soulful, staying mindful, staying consistent again to your goals and dreams, not letting anything deter you. Be that fierce mama bear and kick some butt, and it will finally pay off where you get to sit back for a little bit and enjoy all the energy that you exerted to get there. All right, so I leave that with you. You've been seeing all 1111s and stuff, so that's so cool. Your lucky numbers, huh? Jay, great cards. Thank you. You're welcome. Think rhythm is why songs have manifestation powers. Well, LP, do you know what the 1111 is? Because the 1111, there's I see the 1111 all the time. I'm an 1111er. There's a book on it. There's many books on it, but only the book by Solara, Solara, is the one you need to read, because it's weird, because in the Bible it says, I was just telling somebody this past weekend, in the Bible it's where they say the 144,000 angels. Well, we are not from this earth. We are here to help people on this earth, and maybe Earth herself. But we came in droves of 144,000. That's very interesting. And we have a higher purpose, but sometimes it has not been revealed to us yet. So every time you see that, it is showing you that you're not alone and that you do have purpose. So keep the faith, and any double numbers, when you're seeing them, 55, 55, 44, 44, 33, 33, it's what wave you came in on. I'm the first wave, or I'm exhausted. 22, 22, 33, 33, 44, 44. My mom's 44. So it's interesting. But yes, that has purpose, and way more than angel numbers. Angel numbers ain't got nothing to do with this. This is something totally different. So Starborn, 1111, Legends of Altazar, and the El-En Ra, and it says E-L with a star in the middle, L-N-A-N with a star in the middle, Ra, R-A, El-En Ra. That's another one. They're all by Solara. You read that, everything is going to click. It's so good. And some of the books made me cry, but they were really good. Have to read that, and then you're going to see where you fit in. Yes. Bigger purposes. All right, everyone. So if anybody wanted a reading, right now is the time to make that donation, and let me know before we move on to our next segment here. Let me know quickly. Because if not, we're getting ready for John, so he can enlighten us some more about astrology. We have like a nice little addition this month, maybe longer, depends on how long it all takes. We have a guest, John Lyons, and he's going to be helping us understand astrology and the planets, how when they go into certain positions, how they affect the general consciousness of the earth and the people on the earth. Also, he's going to do some astrology charts too, so you get a little extra bonus there. So it's really nice. And let's see. You have to let me know when you're ready there, John. And so let me know if anybody's interested in reading. Got to do it now. They want anyone wants to have their birth chart, type it in. Birth, time, location, and birth date. All right. Mind letting me on Streamcast? There you are. Well, I was waiting for your picture to show up so I can let you
You
on.
guys hear me? Hi, did
There
you guys
we
hear
are.
me?
Yeah, can
How's
hear you
everybody doing, you
now.
guys?
Very
Do a
good.
little work upstairs, so if you hear a bit of noise, just let me know. So I'm going to show you guys today. We're going to be talking about Pluto and the underworld. All the interesting stuff, the subconscious mind. It's an interesting thing. It's awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna get this. Let me get this for you. Okay, so here's my presentation. Let me go get this. All right, perfect. All right, Evan, can everybody, Jade, can you see it? Everyone see it?
Yep.
Okay.
Pluto,
So
the
this
hidden
is,
unconscious underworld.
yep.
Yes.
So this is about Pluto. So before we go on to Pluto, I always like to give a bit of, tidbit, a little bit of spoon feeding of basic astrology. To make it more relatable, there are three, as you probably know in your science class, it's stuff. There are three kinds of matter. There's a solid, a liquid, and a gas. They all have different atom types. The solid is more fixed, liquid is kind of more flowy, and gas is hyper ADHD all over the place. So these three things are pretty much how they work. The same thing goes with chi energy, and that goes back to astrology. If you look at fixed states, there are four different signs that have solid fixed states of energy: Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio. Leo being the lion, the courageous warrior who's also can be lazy at times too. That's fixed fire. Taurus, the bull, sitting around doing nothing, holding your ground and not changing. That's fixed ground. Aquarius, the rebel, you transmit ideas from your mind into the physical reality. That is air. And Scorpio, the changing of people's subconscious minds and their personalities is fixed water. So that think of it like that. That's think of fixed as solid, just the energy of chi, earth, water, air, fire is more condensed. Then there's cardinal. So cardinal is kind of in between. Like these are the basic stuff. If you're an Aries, meaning a ram, if you have your born during that time, you're cardinal. Capricorn is cardinal ground. Libra is cardinal air, and Cancer is cardinal water, meaning it's kind of in between. And again, if I were to go into depth, I'd be able to do that stuff and explain more. And I'm sorry, I had a typo over here. Sorry, as I explained. But with mutable gas state, you have Sagittarius, you have Virgo, Gemini, and Pisces. Those are the mutable gas states. So again, so generally speaking, people who have more mutable aspects are kind of all over the place. They might be kind of a bit more just adaptable, while people with a lot of fixed, think of more of like not a dictator, but very just grounded reality, very very unchanging and unyielding. So that's kind of how that is. All right, so if anybody that just thought I'd let you know if you guys want to come back and screenshot it, let me know. But just again, just you have solid, you have mutable, you have fixed, cardinal, immutable. Those are the three types. Okay, now we're gonna get on to the meat and potatoes, which is Pluto. Pluto rules Scorpio. It rules the underworld and hidden secrets. It rules life and death, power, primal desires. It's very, very occulted. It's different from Pisces because think of it like this. Pisces is more of a priest in a conjugation, teaching people and about their faith, while Scorpio it's more secret police. Like you go up with a guy with a club and said, "Hey, you act this way, I'm gonna beat you up." It's very brutal. Like it's unchanging and unyielding, and it's though because it's very very helpful. Again, this is a perfect example of Pluto, as you
Oh
can
my
see.
God. I love that picture. I used to actually have that picture on my Facebook page.
Really,
Yeah.
that's funny. But as you can see, like, the man dies and is born and rebirth. Pluto is not dark. I mean, it is dark. It has to be because you have to change. No one likes change. It's not fun, but it's necessary. If everything kept growing, you had corruption. It's funny. You have corruption, with Taurus. If everything gets too grown too much, it just leads to corruption, stagnation, and decay. As you can see, an old person dies and a new person comes. Empires rise and empires fall. Think of it like, all those fairy tales. He's like, they all change into a better person for good or for bad. They can also be evil. Like that's why Pluto gets a bad rep because you can become an evil person. Because like Joker, you know the movie Joker. Joker in 2019, I believe. That's an example of Pluto and Capricorn. I'll get into that. But that's how someone. But also, it's good too. It's positive. It's how people change into a good person. It's like the jock becoming the superhero. Like it just, he changes over time. It's a very gradual process. Remember, it's fixed. That's what Pluto is. It's not an overnight thing. You don't walk in one day and come out. It'll take a long time, but you'll see it coming from miles away, but it'll occur. So that's pretty much what it is. Now, the funny thing is about, again, going back to this. So Taurus is about stability and Scorpio is their opposites, but they're kind of the same. If you think of a funeral, everyone wears their best clothes. They go to honor the dead. It's kind of funny how everyone is traditional. They look very, very uptight and neat. And look what happened. See, like, you preserve things. When you walk by that old tombstone, like the pyramids, you have to wonder, wow, they basically had a massive place in society. It stood the test of time. That's Scorpio. It's kind of like the ruins. They kind of have like, them teaching us remembrance of the lessons past. They're still, again, it destroys things entirely. But again, from the rising from the ashes of Phoenix, that's Scorpio. So again, going back to this, there's still semblance of some, ancient civilization. But it's really about death and rebirth, building up new things. That's what Pluto is about. It's about rebirth, and that's why it rules sex and power, because that's very, when the mother gives birth, it enters into a brand new thing, a brand new child, while the old person dies. Okay, now we're going to go into some fun dates and do some fun things. So the last time Pluto was in Capricorn, you have the build up to revolution. It's just, it's kind of like the Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper will tell you, you're going to die in 10 years, and you're going to feel it for 10 years. You won't die before, you won't die afterward. Your time will come when it's done. That's Capricorn. Capricorn takes its time, but it's a slow and steady process. That was when the colonists in America slowly began to become disaffected with Great Britain. They had the Boston Tea Party, they had and everything else. They got really upset. And that's also in the French Revolution. All the monarchies were partying, having luxury. They were all just enjoying themselves, and people were suffering. But again, with Pluto and Capricorn, things are controlled. They're contained. So that means, you're able to control you. If someone comes over and insults you, you suck it up and move on, which is good, but it can lead to a lot of bad shit for a long time as well, too. So pretty much, again, Capricorn represents government, big banks, while Aquarius rules people and technology, which I'm about to talk about. So Aquarius, that's where, like, again, so Capricorn is the coldest time of the winter. Aquarius is where people just lose their crap. Like, okay, I'm done with this. I need to do something else. So again, it's conforming and rebelling. Aquarius is like when somebody, like, imagine you're like a bunch of tribes, Native Americans, and people with gunboats come up to you. You have no choice. You have to conform. Like, that's Aquarius on one side, is that, you feel like you just give up because it's air. It's like Leo. Aquarius and Leo are kind of the same sign. You give up. You conform. It's also rebellion, though, too. That's where you can have a lot of revolutions. You have the French Revolution, which gave rise to Napoleon, and it was a very, very chaotic time. You also had the Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution kicked off in the 1780s and basically just kicked off. That's when the seeds of that really, really began to take hold. And again, it's also rebellion. It's freedom. It's really, it can be a very great thing. It can also be it can also be, lead to tyranny in some cases too. But, it's a very, got to choose your battles. So I just want to say, before we go to this video, so today's world, I wanted to say this. Pluto and Capricorn occurred between 2008 and, well, technically went to Aquarius. It's been retrograding back and forth. But if you want to look at what happened, the banks themselves were supposed to blow up, and they should have just gone out of existence in 2008. Ever since then, we've been having a zombie economy. Our government has basically just been bailing out banks and just funding these things, printing money, print, until eventually it just cannot hold off anymore. And that's pretty much 2008 to 2024. That's why inflation's slowly beginning to get worse and worse. Also, values. A lot of value. If you look at the values of people, look what's happened with people's values. They changed. People use, like, a lot of things that we thought about, America and the world, or just stuff in general, is changing, and it's going to be changing different things. The media, for instance, people don't watch any news anymore. The rise of technology. You have, phones. You have all these different types of gadgets and gizmos. Again, Capricorn is ground. So this is the birth of people pretty much the infrastructure of new ideas. And when Aquarius comes over, that's where you'll be lifting off. It's like it's kind of like you build a spaceport, and then Aquarius is when the rocket lifts off. So that's pretty much, if you have like a lot of people who have technology, they're investing in it, they're going to go off. And it's going to be very, very, again, I'm not fear based, but you're going to see there might be war bots that come out, actual people. They always talk about the fourth industrial revolution when AI takes people's jobs. That will occur. I truly believe that by 2042, we will be living in a whole new reality that you wouldn't even remember what happened before. It's a very, very, especially because you have Uranus and Gemini, and you have all these other, like Earth moving into air signs, especially the next 5 years until 2028 to 2030, when Saturn finally goes into Taurus. It's going to be very, very, like, what the hell? Oh my God, you can see all these crazy things. So, okay, I want to say, so just giving you a heads up, like, this is if I were to give you a, like, little taste of what is to come, again, it's self-rule, too. Like, I want to say before I go on, there are communities that are going on right now that are literally going off the grid. They're choosing to opt out of the system that they're in. They want to basically just say, we're going to work within your laws, but we're going to basically do our own things, kind of like the Amish. Now, I want to make sure, I'm going to play this video really quickly. So this is actually a company in Wisconsin, actually. This was made way before COVID. I think in like 2018 or something like that. So let me get this thing going. Give me a second. Okay. Hold on. Can you guys hear that? Jade, can you hear that? Jade?
No, I'm listening to it. No.
Let's see.
It's kind of frozen.
Can you hear it now? Okay,
no.
That's fine. But look at this. So this is basically a company that specializes in putting microchips into people. And so you're gonna see a lot of this stuff of like people basically just trying to think.
Oh my God, this is what they said in the Bible would happen,
Well, this is again, Jay. This was made before COVID. They have all the stuff ready to roll out. They've been waiting until finally gets out of Capricorn, and they're gonna start doing this stuff. You're gonna see more and more of this in the years to come. But also on the other hand, again, people are gonna say no. I'll say this. I'll wait. ID theft. See, like ID theft, mind hacking, like all this other stuff. It's gonna be really wild.
Screw that. I will not work for a company and insist I do that. It's like, skeptical. It's not chipped right now. It's ugh.
Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I'm gonna pull up Streamcast and go to that. So yeah, like I said, I here's my prediction. I want to end this on a positive note. Oh, sorry, I gotta say the screen. How do you turn off the? How do you turn off the? Oh, there, I got it. Stop screen. There you go. Stop screen. Okay. There. Okay, so my prediction is that I believe that right now, because Pluto and Capricorn is about control, it's Saturn. They've been able to build out the infrastructure. Like they can listen to our phone calls, they can scan our Face ID. But I think that when Pluto goes into Aquarius, it's not going to work out. I think it will work out initially, and I think there will be parts of society that will conform and absolutely go down that path. But I believe it will spin out of control. Aquarius is unradical. You cannot control Aquarius. It's literally like they will find innovative ways, and I think over a long period of time, people will break apart from this mentality we've been programmed with for millions of eons, with money, about fear and debt and all this other stuff, and it will usher in new Earth. I believe it's coming, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. It's just it just has to, we have to go through this very tumultuous, crazy time. Like I said before, I mean,
so when is that supposed to be about?
Well, again, networking. Like if you community, it's about community. Pluto and
No, I
Aquarius
said
rules.
when, not
Well, now
right
it's
now.
already happening. If you've noticed,
Okay.
like people have been actually going around. I mean, the election will happen this year. Like I said, there's a lot of other components, but right now we've been having a lot. We've had Uranus and Taurus, which is ground. Taurus is the bull. You've had Pluto, Neptune, and Pisces, which is water, which is all about the 12th house. Everybody be a good Christian. We love each other. Let's accept all these people who they are. These people in the Middle East, we bomb their houses. Let's let them in, even though a lot of them hate their country. Like they don't want to be assimilated. Like that's just how what they've done in Europe, especially in Europe. And then you have Saturn in Pisces, which again is about the structures right now, all about, being a good Christian, helping people out and just accepting. That's why you have all these migrants come in and border stuff. And then, but the next year, when Pluto and Aquarius won't really, it's kind of hit or miss without, it's kind of like a music. Like if one part of it, an orchestra starts blasting heavy metal music, but everything else is playing like smooth jazz, it's not going to have an effect. But if the whole entire orchestra starts having the same vibe, that's when things are going to happen. So you had Chat GPT come out because Pluto was an Aquarius, no effect. And I think that next year there's going to be a lot. But I think, again, I think that the spring is when things are going to, that's when it's going to just be things are really going to start kicking into motion. But like I said, I think that it's going to be the South Node in Virgo. It's going to be a very, very, hard time. I think that in 2026 is when people are going to rise up. That's just my feeling. But anyway, yeah. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed my little presentation. Before I do a chat, I want to ask. I'm going to wait about 1 minute. Does anybody have any questions about what I said? And I'll ask Jade right now too while I wait.
So right now what planetary is in what? We're in the age of Aquarius right now.
No. We're in the transition. We're literally in the transition. See, Pisces is about faith, and it's also deception. The fact that we don't know anything, the fact that we keep trying to hide ourselves through social media filters and and just appear like this, that is Pisces. Aquarius, there is no doubt about who the good guys or bad guys are. We're at this interesting thing where we're changing from an age of faith and religion and compassion, and also look what happened to witch trials, a lot of stuff, black and kind of like that, into an age of enlightenment of again, revolt, that's one, but also enlightenment, reason, skepticism, faith, not faith, sorry, skepticism, and again, so I think this is why I'm saying I believe we're at a convergence point where, because you're having two different realities, you're having one reality where people choose to have their bodies invaded by foreign entities, and the other one being freedom, like true freedom off the land. I think this is the split in the consciousness. It's going to happen over a long period of time, but it's been going on for ages. It's getting more and more noticeable. Does that make any sense? I think of it like this is the end of the class, and we're on 3D Earth training, and the people who are able to and it has nothing to do with what side you're on. It's about having faith, are going to graduate, and the people who just don't want to are going to probably opt out and basically join the system, whatever. The B system is a process. It's not an overnight thing. I don't think the vaccine that was given out in 2020 is not the thing. It's not at all. It was just a test run. The real one will be noticeable. So, yeah, and it'll be over time too. So
thank you, Colleen. I know Colleen's got to leave. We'll talk to you again soon.
Great seeing you, Colleen. Yeah. I really think this is pretty fun. Okay, so I'm gonna wait around 1 minute, and I'm reading the YouTube chats. I'm just seeing. I see Lisa. Yeah, Watertown, Wisconsin. Absolutely. I'll do a natal chart in just a second. I'm gonna see if anyone else.
Yeah, there were 3 people.
Oh yeah, Saturn returns. I gotta say, I'm about to go through my Saturn returns too. Saturn returns are probably one of the hardest things in any people's life. I'm about to enter mine next year, and it's going to retrograde and go back again. So I'm going to have 2 Saturn returns, which is, don't get me started, it's wild. Saturn returns are when the soul grows up. If you notice, I'm about to enter mine, and I've had old video games that I used to play from like 20 years ago. I've had TV shows that I watched from like 20 years ago come up. It's resurfacing of old things you've done that just can be let go of. And don't fight it. It's going to be very difficult. It's just how you grow and develop, and it's all guided by spirit. But yeah, Saturn returns are a very interesting time. Usually it's the sign before and doing it, but you'll just ask yourself, how do you think you've matured in the last year? How have your values been affected? And, and you'll be able to see that too.
So is
Um,
that like for everybody or was that for Lisa? I'm confused.
that was for Lisa.
Okay.
LP. I'm in my Saturn return. So yeah. Okay. So I'm just seeing this. All right. So yeah, I lost a relationship 6 years dealing with child trauma. It's been hauling me. Yeah. Again, as I've gone through a lot too. I don't want to get into my personal life, but I've gone through a lot of stuff. And as I said, for everyone, like the reason why astrology is happening right now is because most transits take like 20 to 30 years for anything major to happen. But we're firing in all cylinders. Time is speeding up. This is why I'm saying the convergence of our reality. Time is speeding up, and it's going to get more and more. The higher you are, the bigger the fall. It's getting more and more just wild. It's going to get wild, and things are going to blow your mind. Okay, so yeah, again, good LP. Finding a healthy version of myself again. That's awesome. A lot of people tend to have difficult times, and it's all about just changing yourself, and it'll be good for a lot of people. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Same here. I feel like a totally different person in my early 20s, LP. Exactly. All right. I'm going to try this out. So I got to look at this. I'm going to go with Lisa. And again, I'm not going to go into a detailed chart. I'm going to do your chart right now. So let me quickly get this thing up really quickly. Hold on. Sorry about this. So I'm going to use a free natal chart that I do from time to time, and I'll do the best that I can say. So Lisa, obviously you're a she, I presume. I'm just gonna go off of that. I mean, if not, let me know. You were born October 15th, 1966.
At
So
11:11. Imagine that.
October, what was it? October, what was it?
October 15th.
15th, 19. What was it?
66.
1966.
66.
Wow, that's crazy. A lot of fun stuff happened. And you were born at 11/11. Wow, congratulations. That's a beautiful time. That's a beautiful time. And you were born in by the way, I want to say too, one thing that I specialize in is also moving. Like if people want to relocate a chart, that's another thing too. Okay, so going back to this, if you guys want to just know what it would be like moving to a place. Watertown, Wisconsin. Got it. I've been to Watertown. Great place. It's a beautiful area. I've been there a couple times actually. It's a really nice place. Okay. Watertown. Okay, let's see if this thing works. Okay, should work now. Okay. So obviously you're a Libra. You're coming up on your birthday pretty soon because it's still Virgo season. So your moon's in Scorpio, your Mercury's in Scorpio, Venus is in Libra, Mars is in Virgo, Jupiter in Leo, Saturn in Pisces. Yep, retrograde. That's great. That's good. Uranus in Virgo, Neptune in Scorpio, Pluto in Virgo. I'm gonna go with these right, and the North Node in Taurus. Okay, so let me just say something about the one thing that I love to specialize in are nodes. Okay. The nodes are basically where you were in a past life and where you're headed for the most part. Okay. I have South Node in Aries, and I also have Mercury trine my South Node. That is why I talk so much, and that's why I'm such good at being funny and just talking a lot. It's pretty much what you've done in the past life. Now, the North Node is where you're headed. Think of a compass as true north. So in the South Node, your South Node is now that doesn't mean that you should only be the North Node. No, it's about acceptance, about of who you are. I'm always going to be a talkative person, and I'm always going to be just who I am. I'm not going to try to be different, but North Node Libra. But generally speaking, the more that you align yourself, it feels like you're in alignment. Try to act like that. That's good. So your South Node is in Scorpio, and that means that you might feel a bit not you tend to be like, be attached to people, and that's not a bad thing, but Taurus is about, standing on your own, like holding your ground and focusing on money. Don't trying to be so, not Marilyn Manson, but, like, very edgy, like Taurus is more like just slowly growing a garden, when you focus on holding if you look at all the times in your life where you held on to your beliefs and you didn't let them go or transform your old patterns, that is the North Node. That is kind of what you're meant to do. My North Node's in Libra. So whenever I try to go out and be fiery, it's always not a good idea for me. I realize that as long as I focus on partnerships and negotiation and also technology, because it's air, that's why I'm a programmer, it'll always be better for people. What do you think about that? Does that sound kind of good, Lisa? I'm curious to hear your thoughts on that.
Always takes like 30 seconds for it to appear.
I hear you. Yeah. I'll just wait for it. I could do my chart too as well, but I'll
there,
wait.
there were two other people that asked, but I don't know how how much you want to do or whatever.
Yeah. I have an idea. I'm gonna do just one more thing, and then I'll just show up. I'll show my chart. I'll do my chart, and then because I think Jade, I think I need a. If you want me to read people, I would prefer to do it instead of the presentation, just so I have more time because I want to
Okay.
interact with people. Okay, last call. Are you still here, Lisa?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know if she lost her reception or what. That's
Okay,
possible. It would have sucked if
I
she
will.
missed that. I'll have to go back and look at it.
Yep, I'll do. How about this? I will do my chart because I know myself, literally and figuratively. I know myself. So my birthday. I'm a Sagittarius. My wife has the same birthday as me, so we were both born on the same day. I was born on November 26, 1996. So I was born at 10/19 in Chicago. Yeah, buddy, the Bears.
Chicago.
I don't like the Bears. I love the Packers. But anyway. Chicago. There we go. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, there's
So,
Lisa. That is very interesting. I'm a very social person. That's awesome.
well, Jade, your North Node's in Cancer, and your son's over your North Node. So, of course, you're a psychic. Like, it's like, hello. Like, Cancers are all about intuition. They're like the magicians. They're very, they're kind of like the wizards in a sense. And when you have a son over the North Node, it's like, yep, this person's exactly what you're supposed to do. So, that's an
Awesome.
example of that. Okay, so I'm a Sagittarius, as you know. I have my Mercury's, and Mercury is how you speak. So again, you can, if you want, of course, when planets interact with other planets, that's a whole other thing. It's kind of like looking at an orchestra. Like orchestras interact, but this is how it is. So my Venus in Scorpio, I like to be kind of alone at times. I like to be just, that's how I am. Mars in Virgo, I'm very detail oriented in the tasks that I do. Jupiter and Capricorn, I tend to, whenever I expand upon things, I always try to focus on just traditional values and not going, off on stuff. Saturn and Aries, I like to get things done fast. And then Uranus and Aquarius, it's about, being cool. So my Pluto, I want to go back to Pluto because that's what we covered today. My Pluto was in Sagittarius. So that means that I'm very optimistic in the way that I approach change. It's honestly, I think Pluto and Sagittarius is a beautiful sign because it allows, one to be very relaxed and chilled out. Pluto and Scorpio is like, you're like the Grim Reaper. You're very, very just dark. Like it's very difficult. It's just, you change a lot. A lot of millennials have Pluto and Scorpio. That's what I think of that. That's why a lot of millennials in like their 30s are kind of like political right now because they're coming of age. They're being activated. So you have all this tear down the system, tear down the system. That's Pluto and Scorpio. Pluto and Sagittarius is ushering in what could be the New World Order, or it could also be newer stuff like that too. So that's Pluto and Sagittarius. I'll probably have it activated probably in a couple years once it goes on. And again, my North Node's in Libra, so as long as I strive for harmony and try to, focus on partnership and just doing it in my own way and not being unapologetic, it'll, be fine. So yeah, so that's pretty much what it is in a nutshell. Again, the more that right now everyone's probably thinking, what is it? The more that you do it, the more that you watch it, it's kind of like math. The more it'll make sense, and you'll start to hear things that click. I actually learned astrology by watching others. I didn't start doing research until recently, so that's how I was able to get into it. And the more you listen to it, the better off it gets. Okay.
Yeah, I got an idea, John. Something we can do maybe next week or something.
Yeah.
If you want, you can actually offer to do people's charts for like a donation or something.
Yeah, that's why we'll talk about this later. That's the buy me a coffee stuff. They do stuff like that.
Okay.
But yeah, for sure. Yeah. So and again, I'm curious. Okay, so I want to say, Kayla, you're a walking, talking enigma. Well, that makes sense because you have your sun. I would like to know, Kayla, what your Mercury is, because Mercury is the mind. It's how you communicate with others. Your sun is in Pisces, so yeah, that makes sense. Your moon's in Virgo. So Virgos are kind of crazy too. Like again, they're kind of like they're detail oriented. They're kind of the mad genius, When you have a sun in Pisces, you seem very whimsical and nice. And in Aquarius, yeah, it's like you're interesting. You're kind of cool. You're interesting. Okay. So let's see. I'm a Sag Moon Leo rising. Yeah, OP. Yeah. Again, well then, yeah, that's good. That means you're prep. Well, you're double. You're Sagittarius Sun and Moon. Ooh, sounds like a really fiery person to be around. If I want to go on an adventure, I'll definitely think about talking to you. So yeah. Well, yeah. See, and that's the thing. Capricorn and Sagittarius, because Capricorn is. That's why Capricorn is all planets of astrology are good. Like people think Pluto, Scorpio is demonic. It's the devil. Like no, they all play a part. Capricorn comes after Sagittarius. If you go off and party all the time, you have to be able to ground yourself, and that's Capricorn. People hate having to take out the trash, do your laundry, clean up the house. But if you just let it sit there and compile, guess what? It'll be a disgusting mess. Capricorn is needed. It's a very helpful sign when you need to. And same as Scorpio. You can't just hold on and be a hoarder for your whole life. You have to let old parts of your life go so new beautiful things can come in. And so again, it's not fun. It can be painful, but again, it's for the good. It's for good for things. So yeah. Oh yeah, I would like to do that too, Lisa, for sure. I also want to help people to transition themselves into the coming ahead, just because there's going to be a lot going on for people, and I know what I need to focus on energetically for the next couple of years, so I can help out with that. But yeah, so I could definitely try to help people out on what they should be focused on. So okay,
All
I
right,
think
that
that's
was
pretty much
awesome.
it.
Hey, look, it's 11:11 right now.
Yep, I know.
Look at the clock. It's 11:11 for all you 11:11ers. All
Hey, you
right.
know what? Divine union, man. New Earth. New Earth is coming. Believe in New Earth. Do not adhere to the fear
Oh,
frequencies
but
of being
let's
trapped.
let's hope it's
Focus
gonna
on your
be
love
all
and
right.
focus on your community. Focus on your people, and just have fun with people, and just again, plan together. Don't be a lone wolf. All again, I want to say one last thing, Jade. One last thing. Last thing before you guys go. Important. Okay. I'm pretty sure most of you guys are familiar with the red pill and the black and the blue pill thing that's been going on the last couple years.
Matrix. Yeah.
Yes. So in 2020, when COVID came out, there was a lot of talk on people getting vaccinated or not, or whether they wanted to stay or move. People thought of taking the blue pill as you listen to the media, you listen to lies and believe it, or the red pill, you go off and you listen and you spirit, you do your own thing. But here's the thing: it's important. It's great to understand how the world is. But recently, there's been a lot of talk of people blackpilling. That's like saying corruption, corruption, corruption. Look at all the evil ones. Look at what they're doing. Look at all this. Look at all that. They're evil. Like black pill is when you basically take corruption to the next level to the point you become nihilistic. This is the part of Aquarius that we're moving into, is that people are becoming skeptical. They lose the trust. And that's why I'm saying is that, yes, be aware, but focus on things that bring you joy. There's an old quote that I want to say, two of them, and then I'll end off. Sorry, Jade. But the first one is, if God or universe or Allah or Buddha, if we were created to be perfect beings under the universe's image, why would we believe we're imperfect? Why would you believe that you're imperfect, that you live in a world like that? Everything happens for a design power. So focus on things that bring you happiness and joy and just being light, and that's the first thing. And the second one, I always like to say, I tell Jay this all the time, but collective right now, I think of a butterfly. So when a caterpillar goes into a cocoon, it goes into a chrysalis phase. And the more that the caterpillars try to hold on to the caterpillar the old ways, the easier it is for the butterfly to come over and take over and morph the caterpillar into a butterfly. And that's what I'm saying, is that yes, there are all these scare tactics and psyops and all this other grand jazz, but the more they try to do it, the more people are going to ignore it, and eventually they're going to listen to divine calling. And that's why I'm saying there's going to be a spiritual revival, unlike the witches we have never seen. But we have to go through this period of discovery and seeing things for what they are, to destroy, to not to get rid of it, and to usher in peace and love. And to that, I say, you guys all have a great rest of your day, and it was great seeing you guys, all right?
Yeah, thank you, John. That was awesome. We'll see you next week. All right. I hope everybody enjoyed that. It's fun having that little splash of something different, isn't it? All right. Let's love and light to everybody. Don't forget those thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. And, while we have John on just for these probably next couple weeks or whatever it might be. I'm not even sure yet because we haven't totally discussed it. But make sure you spread the word, man. We want to build the channel, and maybe John will end up getting his own channel or something like that. Who knows? So you'll hear it here first, though. So make sure you tune in, share, like, subscribe, and please hit that notification bell if you haven't already. All right, thank you all so much. And if you missed the weekly forecast, please go back and watch this when we're done. All right, namaste. Many blessings to you for this upcoming week. Till next time. I'm having a hard time signing off. Like I said, my computer's still doing this thing. I think that should have done it.